All right, well, it's been a minute, but here is my next video on the 2004 Chrysler Crossfire. It's been away for a while. In fact, it was at the shop for about a month, which is not unusual in my personal repertoire, but some may remember the video with the 59 Cadillac where it was in fact gone for about 1 1/3 years. So 1 month feels like standing on your hand. But yeah, as I mentioned in my first video, I was finding little things wrong with the car, but kind of consistently here and there. It was all pretty minor stuff, but collectively it kind of amounted to major stuff. And what that told me was, it seems pretty clear. This car was not very well maintained, at least for the last year or two before I bought it. Based on the title that I got, it had been sold and resold from a dealer to dealer several times. You know, these guys, well, I'll make $800 on it, so the next guy can make $700 on it, so the next guy can make $500 on it, and that kind of thing. And I think they weren't doing basic maintenance and putting money into the thing like they should, sort of things. I bought the car officially sight unseen. I had, lots of photos and stuff, and I had the guy do a video tour for me where basically like he held his camera like a cameraman and I directed him around like, okay, do this, open that, like that. And everything looked good, but it just goes to show you can't learn everything that way. I'm not upset I bought the car. I don't think it's a lemon. It's still just got 57,000 miles on it, and it runs and drives beautifully. But just annoying. I mean, like I say, it was like 8 different things, but collectively they added up to almost $1,000, which is about 15% of what I paid for the car. So I guess if you want to look at it that way, not a great investment off the bat. But yeah, let's dive in. The first was. You heard me say that I heard some belt noise, and so one of the first things we had to do was get a serpentine belt, which actually wasn't really too expensive on these. It's a regular belt, not one of those metal serpentine belts that can be ridiculous to buy and put in. And as you can probably hear, running a lot smoother. I'm not getting that ticking noise or belt noise. Was less happy about had to put a battery in it. It was starting for me okay. I know these things are kind of like hard cranking cars, but still, while it was at the shop, like he said, every time they, a couple days would go to start it, they would have to jump it, and they finally just tested the battery and said that, in fact, no, that battery's gone. So, there's $185 for a new battery that, no, I should not have to spend that. Few of the things I had shown you in the first video, the issue of the disappearing buttons, which is this passenger side window control button that it works, but it had fallen into, when I pressed it, it fell right into the console, and the same thing with the passenger airbag button. So they're back in. Basically, I was advised, if you're going to work them, just be real gentle with them. I think my result of that is I'm just not going to ever touch that button ever again. Or if so, just be real gentle with it. The air conditioning blows really nice and cold on this car, so I'm hoping that won't be an issue. Another thing was that the passenger side latch would not work, so your passenger was trapped unless you let them out. So we got that fixed. We also had to fix the drain plugs inside this door, because it was actually shipping water, like it would hold on to the water, which obviously is not good. So we had to have those fixed and taken care of so that drains properly. The driver's side mirror, the only mirror, the rear view mirror, was very loose at the base, and it was just missing like that little headless screw, that goes into there, usually with a tiny little Allen wrench. And so we had to go find something that would fit in there just to keep it from shifting around and stuff like that. The other biggish thing was that we were getting a very distinctive smell of gas when it was parked in the garage. And so that was concerning. It turned out to be fairly minorish. It was we needed a new fuel vapor line, and that took care of that. So no more. I mean, it wasn't leaking gas, dripping gas, or anything like that, but obviously gas was getting into places where it should not go, and so that is fixed. A couple of the things I've noticed since then. Again, you know, little minor things when a car is not properly maintained. I noticed this here, that my at first I thought it had cracked glass, but that's actually just, you know, the tinting on these old cars from the early mid 2000s. That's just, you know, on the glass, so that you can see that is kind of coming up there a little bit. Not too noticeable, but probably you can see it's starting to pucker up here as well, here. So that'll probably have to be replaced at some point. And also this I noticed was that my this molding here that goes here and actually keeps part of the roof up as well is out of its track. You can see it's just got little things in there that just press in. I have not been able, I tried to get them to stick myself but could not, so I'm gonna have to dump that on the guys at the shop and say, hey, can you get that up there for me? And also spare key. But when I got the quote second key for this car, it was blank. It was just like the shell of the key here, but there was no key blade inside. So I am talking to a local guy about having a key blade cut to put in there. I mean, I probably won't ever use it, but it makes me real nervous to not have a backup key just in case. So that is the update on the old girl. I shouldn't call it the old girl, since it's now one of my newer cars, if you can believe it, 21 years old. But I did run it through a car wash just to kind of get some of the gunk off of it, put a fresh tank of gas in it with some octane booster, probably put some Marvelous Mister oil in the gas tank too. And I'll start looking at doing some, like, you know, basic maintenance things. I need to do an oil change, check the levels, things like that. Probably my next thing on this though is I really want to give this thing just a thorough inside and out cleaning. You know, really get into get some tire shine on there, fix all these tiny little flaws in the paint. I've got my correct code paint pen now, so those should be able to fill in quite nicely. I'd love to get this girl just really shined up and take it to its first show, to show that I can in fact own and love a modern car, or at least a modern-ish car. So I think I'm going to take this for a little cruise. I don't know if you guys need to go along. This one's just for me and her. Thanks for watching, and please do hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thanks.